Chapter 21 Learning a recipe from another world wasn't as easy as it seemed, especially for the people of this alternate world, whose cooking techniques were limited to baking and stewing. The concept of high stir-frying alone left them scratching their heads, not to mention the use of unfamiliar seasonings. Fortunately, Chumley's supermarket stocked not only woks but also every cooking utensil imaginable. After demonstrating by stir-frying a batch of shredded potatoes with a newly sold wok, Chumley calmly asked Levi, who was staring in awe, "You got it, right?" Levi started to ask for another demonstration, but meeting Chumley's serene, deep black eyes, he straightened up, realizing he was being too presumptuous. "I understand." Chumley quietly breathed a sigh of relief. Good. If he had to demonstrate sweet and sour pork, he genuinely wouldn't know how. Having taught Levi how to use the wok, it was up to him to practice and experiment. As for the seasonings, Chumley gave a brief introduction, leaving it to Levi's culinary instincts to adapt and innovate based on the recipes. As for the ingredients in the recipes, if they weren't available, they could be improvised. This world had plenty of magical beast meat. With enough experimentation, they'd surely find a suitable substitute for pork, even if the texture differed slightly. The right seasoning would make it close enough. A good chef should be bold and creative, of course, as long as they didn't churn out some dark cuisine in the days that followed. Aside from running his daily business, Levi spent all his time in the restaurant's kitchen, practicing with the wok, studying the recipe's intricacies, and testing combinations of magical beast meat and seasonings. Occasionally, he'd even drag restaurant patrons in to taste his creations. Such a commotion naturally caught the attention of Tar City's residents. Soon, everyone learned that the supermarket's owner had selflessly shared precious recipes. In time, they'd be able to enjoy dishes like braised pork with preserved vegetables at Levi's restaurant. Beyond the dishes sold at the supermarket, there'd be no creations they'd never seen or tasted before. Everyone was stunned. Such delicious food could bring endless gold coins to whoever held the recipes. Yet the supermarket's owner was so generous as to give them away for free. After the news spread, some restaurant owners quietly envied Levi's luck, while bolder regulars like Chris mentioned it to Chumley, jokingly saying, "If we could cook too, we'd be able to enjoy braised pork with preserved vegetables even when the supermarket's closed." Chumley sighed. "You want the recipes too?" No, I was just saying, if you want them, I can give them to you." Chris's laughter caught in his throat. "See, can you? If you want them, of course." Chumley grabbed a piece of scrap paper and began jotting down the recipe for braised pork with preserved vegetables. He copied it not long ago, and with his good memory, he wrote it down word for word. Thankfully, he'd learned the script of this world, or there'd be a language barrier to deal with. When he finished, the ink still wet, he handed it to Chris. Chris was dumbfounded. This? You giving this to me too?" Chumley looked at him, puzzled. "Don't you want it?" Chris, seeing he didn't want it, would be lying. With the recipes, they could make delicious dishes anytime, anywhere. Even if they left Tar City for adventures elsewhere, they wouldn't have to worry about missing their favorite foods. But, was it really okay to just give away something so precious? At that moment, Chris's feelings synced perfectly with Levi's. Irene, quicker to accept, stepped forward with sparkling eyes. "Boss Chumley, I prefer sweet and sour pork. Could you?" "No problem at all." Chumley simply copied all the recipes he'd given Levi and handed a set to Chris and the others. When they left, Chris and his group clutched the recipes, dazed, their steps floating, almost believing they were in a dream. It wasn't just Chris. Many regulars brought it up too. Copying by hand was too tedious. So Chumley went back to Earth and printed the stack, giving one to anyone who asked. Within days, the recipes had spread through Tar City as streets and alleys, even reaching the Lord as mansion as kitchen. At the same time, the supermarket as long ignored walks and seasonings saw a sales boom, and the entire city dove into studying the new recipes. Amid the bustling excitement, Tar City as winter arrived. The first snow of Tar City as winter fell quietly at night. That morning, Chumley flipped the hourglass to cross into the other world. Before opening the shop, he noticed snowflakes drifting outside the glass door. The snow had been falling for some time, leaving a thin layer on the ground. The succulent tree at the entrance was dusted with frost, perhaps due to magical mutations. It remained vibrant even in the cold winter. Chumley grabbed a broom to sweep the snow from the entrance, then turned on the air conditioner. Warm air flowed out, and as customers entered, they felt the contrast with the chill outside, exclaiming, "So warm!" These were seasoned customers, having experienced the supermarket as cooling magic in summer. Seeing the spring-like warmth in the dead of winter, they were briefly surprised but quickly composed, not making a fuss. Did you switch the supermarket as Magic-Array to fire-based? Every customer couldn't help but ask. Such a grand move. Magic-Arrays required immense resources and effort to create. A single array could be maintained with periodic energy refills, but frequent changes meant redrawing the entire theme. A massive, costly endeavor for a supermarket-sized array, no matter how many times they saw it. Tar City as residents couldn't help but marvel. Mr. Chumley is truly a powerful mage, handling such complex tasks with ease. It was just the air conditioner as heating system, though Chumley didn't explain. Expertly packing items for customers. With winter as a rival, hot pot business sold like crazy, as did frozen foods from the freezer. In the past, storage was an issue, but now, with the ice outdoors colder than the freezer, people could buy in bulk and eat slowly. Frozen dumplings and the like became wildly popular. However, perhaps due to the weather, fewer customers came that day. During a lull, Chumley brought out a small rack from the storage, set it near the entrance, and stocked it with winter essentials: cotton slippers, gloves, earmuffs, and the like. There were warmer options, like electric heaters, but since this world lacked electricity, he didn't bother. Just as he finished filling the rack, a new customer pushed open the door. It was freezing out there. Augustus brushed snow off his shoulders, feeling the warmth inside. His eyes lit up. Chumley, it is so cozy in here. Chumley smiled. What do you want to buy? I am here for those instant milk teacups. Oh, Augustus spotted the new rack. What are these? Chumley pointed to a small chalkboard he'd just written. Winter specials, on sale today. Gloves, scarves, and shoes were self-explanatory, but Augustus couldn't identify the rest. He picked up a square packet, turning it over, and asked, "What is this?" Chumley glanced at it. "A heating pad. Heating pad? Stick it on your clothes, and it'll keep you warm all day." Augustus' as sparkled. "A magic item. Sort of. I'll take them all." "No, 10 packs for now." Augustus grabbed the cylindrical object next, puzzled. "And this?" "That is a thermos, for holding water." Chumley thought for a moment. "Like an icebox?" but it keeps hot water warm. That explanation got Augustus excited. Tar City, as winters were long and every year, magical beasts from the forest, driven by scarce food, tried to attack the city. Augustus was busy ensuring the city's safety during these cold months. In such a season, being able to sip scalding milk tea anytime, anywhere, would be pure bliss. This new magic item from the supermarket was perfect for him. Augustus bought it immediately, restocking his instant milk tea supply while he was at it. Looking down, he noticed a pair of oddly shaped shoes, a yellow dog. He grabbed the pair, and one for Ophelia. Couldn't he forget his sister? Thinking of his sister far away, watching the snow fall outside, a faint trace of longing flickered in the blue eyes of the blonde noble. Tar City, as first snow has arrived. I wonder if Ophelia has received my gifts. The caravan carrying her birthday gifts had left days ago. Chumley carefully replied. They should be arrived by now. The Capital Magic Academy early that morning. Ophelia didn't woke up on time. She got up as usual, preparing for the day's classes, but unlike usual, the light snow outside caught her attention. Ophelia suddenly remembered it was her birthday. Sure enough, after her first magic training class, she received word that a caravan from Tar City was waiting for her at the school gates. When she went out, she saw a cover loaded with birthday gifts and let out a soft sigh. Brother, you were always so extravagant, but it happened every year. So Ophelia was used to her brother's over-the-top gestures. Her blue eyes, similar to her family's, remained calm as she instructed the servants to take the luggage to her dorm. This time, however, something was different. The goddess carrying her gifts pulled out a stack of papers as thick as a book and respectfully handed it to her. This is what the young lord instructed us to give you. Ophelia frowned. What is this? Instructions. What? Instructions for your birthday gifts, the girl said meticulously. Ophelia looked at the stack of instructions, thicker than a textbook. Then at the cover of luggage. Ophelia, her blue eyes slowly widened. Brother, what exactly did you send me this time?